Okay. So speaking of other movies that have come out, other things in general, you and I always on Monday, we always talk about the box office.
Yeah.
And we got some stuff this time around, and let me get to it. We have the new numbers, and they're interesting, John. These numbers are pretty interesting in general. So here are the numbers. I got to get rid of this stupid thing. Hold on. I got to get rid of this one. There's always something new. There it is. Wait, what the hell is going on over here? I want to get rid of this. Thank you very little. Okay. So the box office, the latest weekend, How to Train Your Dragon. Looks like I was right, John. I was right.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch. Look at that. 1, 2. How to Train Your Dragon. Lilo and Stitch. Families, kids are going out to see this one. My for the first time in a bit, 13-year-old was like, "Hey, can you take me and my friend to go see the movie? We want to go see How to Train Your Dragon live action." It was the first time. I didn't say, "Do you want to go to the movies?" I didn't say anything. I just went to the movies. And I was like, that's interesting. So it's very crowded. People are interested in seeing it. So How to Train Your Dragon so far, John, worldwide is almost at $200 million.
Yeah.
Okay? Lilo and Stitch worldwide is almost at 850 is at 858 million.
Yeah.
The Materialist, which getting rave reviews, 15 million worldwide, 12 million domestic. I can't imagine the budget was that big for that movie. So that's probably a win. Mission Impossible, another 10.3. Still, even though it's made about $500 million, still not going to make its budget back, but still 500 million. And Ballerina with 9.4, and that's 91 million. I think the budget was just about that, wasn't it?
80. Was it
80? Okay, so they still have some work to do to break even with the marketing, but not a complete bomb. What stands out to you? Man, oh man, I get it. You're like, I have my go-to coffee. I'm good. It's familiar. It does the job. Yeah, but then I tell you that you're missing out on something way better. Trade. They introduce you to new, freshly roasted coffees, and they're next level good. Once you taste it, there's no going back. I'm not kidding you. It'll ruin boring coffee for you forever in the best way possible. Trade is the #1 coffee destination, bringing you fresh coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. You take their quiz, and in under a minute, they're going to match you with the perfect coffee. If that first bag isn't quite right, Trade's going to replace it for free until they nail it. Trade's prices are on par with grocery store brands, but the quality, it's next level. Plus, you're supporting local roasters, and it is a win-win. I love it. I've been using them for so long. I've been talking to me. If you've been listening to this show, you know how much Trade is like my thing. I have this big bag right now. I'm going to switch over to the next big bag because that one's out, and I've been using it. I've been every morning just been like, oh, here we go. I get excited for my coffee because of Trade. Right now, Trade is offering our listeners 50% off your 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/Kristian. Exclusive offer for you guys. That's drinktrade, TRADE.com, Kristian, for 50% off your 1-month trial. drinktrade.com/Kristian.
Well, How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, that was shocking to almost $200 million to see it. And listen, people need to start reckoning with this, right? This contingent of people that are like, no more live action remakes of these animated classics I love so much. Hollywood does not care about your feelings when it comes to that. They are making money hand over fist when they do adequate to good to great live action adaptations. And this was up there with very good to great live action adaptation of an animated film. And sorry about your feelings. They're going to keep doing this because they make a crap ton of money doing these things when they get it right. Yes, there is the Snow Whites. There are some that don't, but those are ones that are not good. So they don't make money, and so there was enough people, obviously, that love this. Lilo and Stitch, cumulative, well over $1 billion, both of them over the last few weeks. And certainly this may stop Lilo from getting to $1 billion, which is ironic because this thing looks like it's a monster, a juggernaut. A lot of rave reviews.
How to Train Dragon,
audience score. Huh?
How to Train Dragon?
Yeah. I think that's going to get $1 billion before Lilo and Stitch. Possibly.
I mean, it's 200 million so far, but it only made 80 million opening weekend domestically. So I think billions is a tough stretch, especially with Elio coming out and other things coming out.
Yeah, well, we'll see with Elio. I think
we'll see. It's still going to cut into it. You still have more stuff that's coming up pretty soon with kid stuff. But like I told you, man, like it was, and using Lilo and Stitch as another example. we finally got the little one to watch the original. She loved 3 times over the weekend. I want to see the live action Lilo and Stitch. I want to see the live action Lilo and Stitch. If you are able to get the interest of children and families, you're going to do very, very well. Look at all of the movies that are hitting big this year. Minecraft, Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon. Like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And the How to Train Your Dragon this is something that doesn't happen often. They had the same director. They bring back Gerard Butler to do this in general. I mean, you talk about Dean DeBlois. You're talking about having a good year, because he's also part of Lilo and Stitch too.
Yes. Yeah.
He's doing all right for himself.
I always got good points on the back end and all that stuff.
Yeah. So this is doesn't surprise me at all. And you look at the other numbers, and I think the other one that stands out though, dude, is with the Materialist.
Yeah, third highest opening for an A24 film.
Yeah.
So not too shabby. The audience score, the cinema score, wasn't as strong as the critics score. So I wonder if that will lead to legs or not, because there's a big twist in the movie. I'm seeing it probably later today. There's a big twist in the movie that has pissed off some fans who've gone to see it. So, and some critics, of course, are mad at the fans for being pissed off about it, as if they're not allowed their opinions. But like, this is the thing that could affect the box office, I think, in interesting ways for the Materialists. So, but still a good opening. Celine Song's out here directing $100 million movies, so she's doing what she does well.
It got buzz. That's the thing, though. It got buzz, and this is unlikely. This doesn't happen a lot. You froze. Normally, that usually happens with Steph, and you're not frozen anymore. But with Steph and Mike, it usually never really happens with you.
I have my glasses on too. Okay,
I don't think that had anything to do with it. But what I will say is that this movie's got some buzz behind it, though. Like, that's where I started hearing about it. Even when I was at the screening for one of those movies last week, I might have been How to Train Your Dragon. One of the critics that I was talking to was like, "Hey, did you see the Materialist?" I was like, "No, I haven't." He's like, "You got to see it. It's really good." So it's starting to get a lot of buzz, which is interesting. And going back to the conversation, nothing's hit $1 billion yet, right?
This year?
Yeah, nothing yet. Minecraft is closest.
Probably.
But I think that's it. I think the only one, like I said, Lilo Stitch, we'll see if it keeps building up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The other two that I guess
no American movie has made $1 billion, but Neja 2 has made $1 billion. Almost $2 billion, for God's sake.
That's crazy. So yeah, as far as the summer movies and all that, nothing yet.
Yeah.
But we'll see, as July seems to be the potential for that. And then you've got both the two movies we said. You're probably disappointed if you're both Lionsgate and is it Paramount, right? For Mission Impossible. Because Mission Impossible, it's just too hard. The movie was too long, and it cost too much money. It was a really, really tough sell to try to make that money back. The movie was fine.
Yeah, I like the movie a lot, but I understand why people didn't like it. Like, I get it. It's kind of it's a $400 million film for the hardcores.
Right.
And I think that was the mistake. And no matter what they did in that first hour with the flashbacks, and most people are like, no, I'm not going to go through 7 movies, flashbacks, and be involved in the story. You were throwing off the rhythm in the first hour. And I heard from a source of mine, I don't know if it's true or not, like, take it with a grain of salt, but they're in the studios. They reached out to me and they said, from what they're hearing, is that Tom Cruise was the one who, like, he told, because they messed up the Dead Reckoning Part 1, Tom told the studio, stay the hell away from this. He's going to be in charge of the cut, how long it's going to be, what's going to be, what the script is, all of this, that he took super control of it. And that may have been why he exploded on the set in that famous video, because I think it was doing one of the scenes for this particular movie because a lot of pressure on him.
I thought that was COVID related.
What's that? COVID? Yeah, it's COVID related, but the tension, I mean, the stress, the frustration in that speech. So if that's true, then this is on Tom. And Tom being like, oh no, they'll watch a 2-hour and 45-minute of me, because the film is very much kissing Tom's or Ethan Hunt's ass out. So
yeah, I think that I think you make a great point, though, that it really is for the hardcore fans.
Yes,
it really is. And I think that maybe they overestimated how many people like are so like, yeah, I want to know every little thing about it and every little detail in the same way that I did about like when Game of Thrones was on weekly. You know, it's like it's not that kind of movie.
No,
It's like
or franchise.
Yeah, they blend, it blends together. And my biggest problem with this one was the same one that I had with the last one, is that stunts are fantastic. They're fantastic. That's not the issue. The issue is it's not as clever as the previous ones. It's just not as clever. And that's what I like out of the Mission Impossible. And I saw it with a friend, and we both said, fun, but way too long, half an hour too long, especially when you got that kind of budget. You want to get people in and out of that theater. Move to make that money. And the same thing, like, you know, unless and talk about previous installments, Ballerina wasn't as detailed as it should have been more detailed, like the first John Wick movie. If you're gonna build, because John Wick 4 earned the video game thing. It earned it. It got into a place. Ballerina didn't earn that yet.
No.
And so I think she's great. I think she's a star. But that movie, you know, they'll probably wind up getting close to breaking even, maybe losing a little bit of money on it, but they'll probably make it back with digital and everything too. It won't be a complete loss. But that's the last we'll see of the Ballerina.
Now, Anna de Armas is 5'6".
Okay.
Adria Arjona is 5'7".
Yeah.
So would you buy Anna de Armas as a Wonder Woman?
Platform shows. Yes, I would. I think the thing with Anna de Armas,
take it back to the 70s and shit.
I know, but the thing with Anna de Armas is that, you know, she's just overused right now. I think that is where
that's fair.
You would want someone like that. I think I think you got to let someone who's on the cusp of superstardom. That's the role to get them to the next level, and I think that's where she's at. So, what do you guys make of the box office, man? Are you agreeing with what we're saying here? Did you see any of those movies? Do you think, hey, I'm a studio, I'm making a family movie, because that's what's kicking ace right now? But we're gonna see if Pixar can get back on form.